Good day. If you would like to listen to a 43-year-old grown adult drone on for about 10 minutes about an update for a very precise, very responsive, very exciting skate that I actually will keep having a lot to say about, and that I've mostly only explored it with this frame, you've come to the right place. So this is, how many sessions in? Maybe 20 sessions in on this, and I switched out the upper buckle for a strap for more forward flex. I've been skating it exclusively with the Wizard NR90 and pants wheels. I've been roasting these. I've got a lot of skating that I really like in this skate, and I can't compare this skate to any other skate because I've never, outside of the FRA, the FR skates, I haven't really skated a super precise slalom skate before. So this is the closest thing I've ever used to a very precise slalom skate. I swear, I don't know if it's the carbon cuff, but this carbon feels stiffer and higher quality than the CJ. I can't fully speak on that. This is the 42, Todd's in the 43. I was going back and forth about if I should get a 43, and I can say, if you're gonna use it for, Wizard is doing a little bit more marketing. I can't fully speak on this because I don't run the brand, but they're doing more marketing as this is like the most versatile skate, so you can use this for general skating. If I was going to do that, I would get the 43, but I'm in the 42, and I'll tell you so both the base high and the base, sorry, that was my stomach. Both the base high and the base, I was trying to skate them with super feet. Leon recommended not, and that definitely enhanced the feel of the skate. So now I had this liner with just the little Intuition shock absorber and no super feet, and the skate was starting to click. I was still missing the heel rise though. So lately I've had this, the Pat Ritter recommended Spenco heel pad, and this chop down super feet inside the liner. I tried it with the 909 Intuition shock absorber, which is a bit wider, with that, and I was really stacked up, but I was so on the balls of my feet. And this is at least for my foot, it's narrower than the CJ right here. I can't fully confirm that. Stu or Leon would have to confirm that. And I got stuff that I really liked, but my foot was pulsating, and I crank this middle strap down a lot. So I've landed on the Spenco in the boot and this super feet, but I'll tell you, the skate is way more comfortable without the super feet. During sessions, I go through a very specific, I can't describe it with this skate, that it takes like a little bit of time to warm up to your foot because it's so stiff in a good way. So I put it on, skate around, then before filming I'll crank this down, and then when I'm filming Todd I'll release the pressure on it, because I crank it as hard as it can possibly go. Even before we do tricks, we've already cranked it. We'll do like 2 more clicks, and we're getting some stuff that we really like. But with this, I still get the foot pulsating feeling about right here. But I'll tell you, if this was an aggressive skate, it would be unacceptable to have like a pulsating foot feeling, and my foot would be more comfortable without the super feet. But with this chop down super feet inside the liner, chop down super feet inside the liner, Spenco, laces done up to this loop, not using this loop, this strap it's not really, I have such skinny ankles, this strap really doesn't do much, but it at least holds the forward flex. So we have, with the carbon cuff, like we have a perfect amount of heel rise. We have a carbon cuff that does not give this way, side to side this way. I don't know the right scientific word for that. We have toe point, and we have incredible forward flex, and then a super responsive carbon base. I'm loving this setup, and it's worth a little bit of pain. It's not even pain, it's just when I would break in new hockey skates, it's like this blood flow feeling in your foot where you've tightened it so much that your foot it's not like falling asleep. So in the first 20 minutes, half an hour, there's times where I'll be filming Todd and just kind of like leaning into the skate, and I'll be like, but then by the end of the session, it's warmed up and it feels really good. And I'll also say, this is the longest I've explored the Wizard NR90 as a big fan of the NR100 and PR80. To have something that it took me a while to figure out not to do up this top lace. I would always do the top lace in my SX, my older Wizard setup. To have a bunch of forward flex, a lot of support on the side, and a little bit of toe point, this frame has really come alive, and we're really enjoying filming in it. That there's NR90 specific stuff that I feel like I'm finally figuring out in this. Because it's low, it's responsive, tight turning radius, it's lighter. This skate still, with each session, it surprises. There's things, because of how stiff this carbon cuff is, it reacts in a way that you're not expecting it to react. And I'm still figuring out the right amount of being relaxed with it and trying to get power from it. That it's you see those slalom skaters that are just so precise in their cone moves. There's a certain type of street skating that is possible in this skate, specifically with the NR90, I would say. Hundreds, I haven't tried hundreds enough, but for toe, heel, wheel slide, interesting interactions with objects, this skate just keeps surprising what's possible. It gets quite addictive to skate it, and when I went to go skate the Faction Plastics today, it was insane how they felt for my ankles and my legs and support. That this feels like a very futuristic adult category of movement device that it's so far from aggressive how we use this skate. I guess wheel slides, technically, the ground becomes not from a Wizard style like footwork thing, but even wheel slides alone, there could be someone who just focused on wheel slides in this skate and do so much on street skating. This thing here, it looks weird when you first get it, that this cuff bolt looks like it's going to get loose. No problems there. One minor thing, very minor, they should put a silicone or some kind of a thing that grips, because when I carry these, it slowly falls out, because this material on the inside is slippery against this, so it's just a minor issue. The glue and everything, skating these in the heat years down the road, I've had an older, I think it was maybe an older CJ. The most recent Wizard boots before this one, this is all really good and on tight. This abrasion pad's working really well. The look of it in all different kinds of pants, very nice. Like I like that it's a step above the CJ SX. I'll apologize that this Wizard frame, Todd and I are skating, I think Todd's skating a 10-year-old pair of Wizard frames that are still going strong, and I think mine are getting close to that. And it would look cooler if this wasn't so marked up, but that is the power of the Wizard frame right there, of how strong this is going. I don't know what all these scratches are from the inside, but they exist. That's pretty much everything. So if you're thinking of getting this, you have to be wanting something really, really unique. And if you're going to use it for more recreational or general skating, get the highest in your size range. But if you want to explore uber precise skating that's difficult to describe, because it kind of goes beyond Wizard on how you can use this. Maybe that's just Todd and I. And I'll still experiment with different heel rises and shock absorbers and things. Maybe there's an insole that's even thinner than the Superfeet that I can use. But just wanted to say, this skate just kind of keeps opening up what's possible. And I don't know what I'm going to throw on next after this. I have those endless 90 and 100. I think for 100s I'll put the buckle back on. And for PR80s, I think I would do this strap, because I've been enjoying having an insane amount of forward flex in these. That it's really about the support of this carbon cuff. So that's everything. If you have any questions, let me know. I will update again in the future, but I just wanted to talk about this incredible skate again, and how there's nothing like it that I've ever skated. Keep skating or something.